Here we go. Our objective for today, I can model linear relationships, also known as best fit lines. Let's read together. 1, 2, 3. I can model linear relationships, also known as best fit lines. So our main concept for today, or concepts, are linear relationships and best fit lines. Write that inside your prayer model. The reason I'm boxing it over here on the screen, because on my screen it's green, but on the projector it's black. Well, whatever. You guys understand what I'm saying, yeah? Okay. Okay. What's that? No, it's not the HDMI. It's actually what I'm thinking it is from my professional electronic experience. I say that when they replaced the bulb, the contacts, they weren't cleaned with liquid or air pressure, and it had dust, and when they put the bulb, the new bulb, it's not making contact. That's why you notice that sometimes in tutoring it comes back to normal. Yeah. So then it makes contact, and sometimes it doesn't. So that's what I'm thinking. However, the negative side of it, it could be a regulator inside for the voltage that's already bad, so it needs to replace the entire projector. So either way, it needs to be replaced. All right, here we go.
Have you put in a complaint?
Yes, I already put the. Oh my goodness, they already sent something in. Here we go. Linear relationships of best fit lines. What are they? A straight line that best fits and provides a good description of the set of data. Linear relationships or best fit lines are a straight line that best fits and provides a good description of a set of data. Example. Copy that. On the domain, which is the x values, it goes from 0 to 80 in increments of 10. The scaling is by 10. And then it's titled book price. On the range, or the y values, it goes from 0 to 80 in increments of 10, or scaled by 10, and it's titled true value. Copy that. Okay, let me zoom in. Okay, copy that. All right. Let me zoom out really quick. According to the definition, let's see. A best fit line or a linear relationship is a straight line. So are all the points a best fit line? Are all the points a linear relationship? No. Which is the linear relationship? The straight line. There it is. Now, what does it do to the data? It says that best fits or provides a good description of the data. Okay, but what does that mean? And if you were to explain it to someone that walked in and looked at it, and they said, and you told them, this is a best fit line, and it did something to all the data, all the plotted points. What would you try and explain to them that it did to all the points? Talk it over your neighbor. What did it do to the points? Yeah, somebody walks in and they're like, you tell them, oh, that's a best fit line. This one right here. And what this does to the entire data, to all the different points that were plotted, it does this. What does it do? It's a good description, very good. But what else does it do? Who noticed, number one, that it split the data evenly, 5 points above and 5 points below? Does everybody notice that?
Okay.
How many points are above the line? 5. How many below? 5. And it goes through 2 points. Now, will it always do that? No. Sometimes it's going to do something like this. 5 above and maybe 6 below. It usually is going to be off by 1 or maybe 2 at most. But most likely it should be on, and it should give you a good description of the entire data. All right, so now that we're done with that, pay attention to this part. So this is a best fit line. Let me show you what is not. I'm going to use the same data, same table, same graph, but let me show you what is not a straight, best fit line. Here it goes. Okay, tell your neighbor why that one's not a best fit line. Two things that you should know about that one, why it's not a best fit line. Number one, go ahead, Angie. It's not what? It's not straight. That's one thing. What's another thing? Tanner. It's a squiggly line. It connects all the points. Did it divide the data evenly?
No.
No. So that's the second thing, that it does not make it a best fit line. All right. So with that said, what would you tell someone if you were to snap that one to someone? Not like you guys snap people like, oh, what was Q's home plate? Do you have it? Can I have it, please?
No, Mr. Q, I don't ask for the home plate. I ask what is the home plate.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you.
I always ask for it. I always get it right.
All right.
I swear, Mr. Q.
I didn't say anything. I said all right.
You did a facial expression.
What? All right. What did I do?
The first time you did maybe I should write this.
All right, let's see. Amaret, hashtag.
Nice.
Straight line. Bam. Straight line. Hashtag, what else? Andrew.
Do not connect it up.
Do not connect the dots. Okay, those are points or the data.
Let's go.
Last one, Danny. Hashtag what? Best fit line only. Best fit line only, please. Purdy, please.
With the cherry on top.
Okay, we got this, yes? All right, next. Underneath your prayer model, I want you to write the following.
The following.
Determining association. Let me zoom in. Determining association. Determining association. Another word for determining is to establish an association. Establish an association. Determining association or establish an association. Let me show you what you need to write underneath. You need to draw 3 quadrants like so. You label the first one no association. The next one you're going to label positive association. And the last one you're going to label negative association. Some of you are saying, Mr. Q, but aren't they all the same? Yeah, but right now I'm going to fill it with data that's going to be different from one to the other. Copy that. All right, here we go. Write your utensils down, look up to the screen. Now, I'm going to go over this part because this is where I lose some of you.
Oh, no, I don't like losing it.
Yes, and this is where some of people get confused with the data presented. Here it goes. Oh, Danny, you need to go through this? No? Okay. After the main part's over. All right, let's go. There it goes, yeah.
Bam.
I'm going to start with positive association, okay? And I'm going to put it in your terms so that you understand a little bit better. Because right now with association, positive association, negative association, I'm going to switch those terms and I'm going to write underneath. I'm going to write positive trend. Okay, don't write that down. Just pay attention. Here it goes. So let's say all of a sudden on your snap you see a video of, let's say somebody in your circle of social media all of a sudden catches a video of Mr. Q that they bump into me at Wallyworth, at Walmart. You guys don't call it Wallyworth? Wall? No? Never mind. So they catch up to me at Walmart, and they're like, "Mr. Hugh, can I stop the video really quick?" Well, sure. So then we're at Walmart, and then I'm like, "Let's go from the corner," whatever the case, right? And all of a sudden, that becomes viral in all your social media group or whatever the case. So check this out. Look up. So we start with a video somewhere around here. Then all of a sudden it starts going here, 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 here.
Did that thing?
All right, so let me zoom in really quick. So check this out. So this is just data, but I'm putting it in your terms in regards to trending. Notice that it started here, here, here. So if we're reading these data points from left to right, from left to right, we start here, then we go here, 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 yes, there, 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 and so on and so forth. But who notices that it starts from the left, from the bottom left, and it goes to the right and up? Who notices that? It keeps going in the upward direction. That's why this is called a positive association, because it keeps going up. However, look up. If I was to sketch a line going through all those points, what kind of slope would it have? A positive slope, because from left to right it's going up. Does that make sense? All right. Before you copy, check this out. I'm going to go to the negative trend or negative association. Negative trend. So before you copy, check this out. Let's say a video went viral of a kid singing Pokemon Go. And all of a sudden, as soon as it went out, it just became international and it hit 2 million views up here. And then all of a sudden, your little cousin, your little sister, your little brother, everybody would put it every minute.
Oh my gosh.
So guess what happened after that? All of a sudden, it started just going and going and going and going. Right? And it just kept going in a downward direction. Well, look at it. It started up here. Focus. It started up here. It goes to the right, but it goes down. That's why this is a negative association. That's why this is a negative trend. So if I was to sketch a line going through this data, look up, please. What kind of slope would it have? Negative slope. Okay? So now, let me go to no association. And I'm going to say no trend. So watch. Watch.
It's watermelon.
All right.
It's not about the watermelon.
So if you see it, it's not going either up or down. It has no pattern to it. That's why this is no association or no trend. Does that make sense? Copy that, please. So we have a positive association because it's going from left to right and it's going up. All the pattern is following that way. This one's following this way and it's a negative association, negative trend. This one has no trend. Now, from time to time, look up, please. Look up to the screen. From time to time, you're going to be given a set of data that pretty much follows a pattern. So kind of like this one is following a pattern going in that direction. But within that pattern, you're going to have one data that maybe seems like it doesn't belong. So for example, check this out. Let's say I gave you this data, and all of a sudden between all those points I placed one over here. You guys notice that it doesn't follow that pattern? Can you get the door, please? Guys, do you guys notice that this point does not follow that pattern? Okay, so this point that does not follow the pattern is known as an outlier. No, it's not like if I said a straight out liar. I'm saying it's an outlier. That means that it's outside the line or outside the trend. Yeah, you were. Does that make sense? So check this out. So if I was to put another outlier on this negative association, look up, could I place it down here? Let's see. Could I place it there? Why not? Yeah, because it's not following that pattern. Where else can I place it? Let's see. Can I place it way up here? Yes, as long as it does not follow the pattern. Yeah. Okay. There it goes. Pay attention, please. Focus. This pattern follows that trend. This one follows that trend. That means anything beyond this pattern is an outlier. I can place this anywhere here or anywhere over here. That's what it makes an outlier. Yeah. No. All right. So, we got it so far? Yes? Okay. Where's my trash can? Well. All right. So with that said, next. Example Q. Turn the paper over in the back. So I'm going to show you the second part of tonight's home plate. Okay? Then I'll show you an example that has all the process before we get there, but I want to show you the main part. Here it goes. So first of all, I want you to create a quadrant. Like so. All right. So, and then we're going to label the x-axis, we're going to label number of students. Since I have an average about 30 to 35 per class, so I'm going to go by 5. So 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay. For here, I'm going to write shoe size. Now, would I start with 1? 3. So then I'm going to go 3. Be nice. And since I start with 3, I'm going to keep it at increments of 3, yes? 6, 9, nice, 12, and 15. Okay, here we go. In this school, no. Beyond 15. Here we go. So, we're going to say that in my classes I have, let's see, let's say 5 students at size 3. What? Aww. I have 8 students at size 5. 8 students at size 5. I have 12 students at size 7. 15 students at size 6. Be nice. 18 students at size 11. 23 students at size 10. Yes. 25 students at size 13. Be nice. And one student at size 14. One student at size 14, which is right there. So, before we continue, tell your neighbor which one of those data points is the outlier. Outlier. All right, who saw that it's the two students with size 14? This is the outlier. So what does that mean? We're not going to use that point for our data. So next, what kind of data do we have? What kind? Is it a positive association? So let's write it over here. Positive association, or in parentheses, positive trend. Okay. Now, is that fairly simple? Yeah. What if I gave you a table? So watch. Watch. For the home plate, they're going to give you something like this. Focus, please. Don't copy this. Just pay attention. Look up. This is talking about animals, their average body weight, and their average pulse rate in beats per minute. And the weight is in kilograms. So let's see. The cat weighs 3 kilograms. Its pulse rate is 130 beats per minute. The sheep, 56 kilograms, 75 beats per minute. The ox is 362 kilograms, and it's 48 beats per minute, and so on and so forth. So by looking at this, the first column of data, of numbers, would be what variable? X. Yes, already, yes. So that means this would be our what? And why am I showing you that? Because whenever you set up your quadrant, you need to label your X all this and your Y all that. But that's going to show you, Abraham, focus, my goodness. This is going to show you how much you're going to do the increments. This one goes from 3 all the way to 500. Are we going to go by 3s?
By 40.
No. By what?
30.
Up to 500?
100.
By 100 or by 50? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Now look at the Y. It starts at 34 and it goes up to 130. That one we go by what? By tens to keep it about 13 tallies. Does that make sense? And it should look something like this once you set it up in a graph. Look up. This one they went by 100. This one they went by 50s. And that's simple. However, since you are my algebra students, here goes the next step. Focus, please. Now, we need to identify a best fit line. So here we go. You said it's a positive association. That means it's going to go in that direction. So I'm going to sketch my line like that. Tell me when it best fits the data. Is it there?
No.
There?
No.
Right there? Okay, so look at it. Right there. I'm going to go a little bit further up, about right there. And I'm going to move this right there. Okay, so how many above?
2.
Below? And we said we weren't going to use that one, right? And it goes through 3 points. Okay, so this is the best fit line. So what I'm going to ask you to do for home plate, I want you to write a slope-intercept form equation. Okay, let's see. How do we start writing a slope-intercept form equation. Mx plus b. Okay, that is true. So what information do I need? I need a, which means I need to write my formula. Y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Blank minus minus. So Gavin says we need 2 points. Which is the first point here that is obviously known? Right here, the y-intercept. I place my point because that's where we started. So what would we call that point in a coordinate form? 0 what?
0, 1.
0, 1, okay. So then we pick another point. Which point do you want to use? This one, that one, or that one? 5, 3. Okay, so then the second one would be 5, 3. So that means x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So let's see, this is 3, 1, 5, 0. So what is 3 minus 1? 2. What is 5 minus 0? 5. So my slope is 2 over 5. So where did I write that? Here underneath the m, 2 over 5. Am I done? What else do I need? A y-intercept. We need this one, but they don't give us one. Can we use one of these 2 points? Oh, wait a minute. Do they give us one? What is it? 0, 1. So that means 0, 1 plus b. So this is 1 equals b. So yeah, because this is 0, right? So now do I have enough information for my equation? Y equals what?
2 over 5x plus 1.
2 over 5x plus 1. And that's my slope-intercept form. So now, check this out. You're going to go to Nearpod.
What are the pages?
Yeah. And pages 389 and 388, 438 and 439, you need to get them from Nearpod because they're not in your book.
Okay, I got it before.
Once again, page 438, 439 are not in your textbook. You need to go to Nearpod and get it from there. All right, have a good one, guys. There is tutoring. If I don't see you guys tomorrow. Bye.